Welcome back to part 3 of my summer Cricut projects. I bought these buckets at the Dollar Tree. I love how they have that glitter in them. I believe they have these every single year at the Dollar Tree, and I thought it would be fun to personalize these. I used all scrap vinyl for this project, and I just think it's a great, inexpensive project for kids. I'm going to go over to my uploads and grab my 3 SVGs that I'm using for this project. Here's the 3 SVGs I'm using. I bought the files from Etsy and they are so cute. Here's all the SVGs that came with the purchase, and all of it is so adorable. I had a hard time picking just 3 because I only have 3 buckets. I can leave a link for it down in the description box. I'm going to click on all 3 of these and I'll add these to the canvas. Here's all 3 of my SVGs. If you look over in the layers panel, that helps a lot trying to figure out all of the pieces to this. So you can first see the octopus SVG. These are all the layers that go along with the octopus, and it's all grouped together. Then you can click on the whale SVG, and here's all the layers that go along with that, and it's separating it by colors. And here's the jellyfish one. Right now it's grouped together so I can move it all together, but if I go up to ungroup, then I can move these pieces around. And I just want to show you this SVG. I like how it's set up because it has one solid background. This makes it really easy to layer everything together. So with my whale, I'm going to hit ungroup, and you can see this light blue piece, if it'll let me grab it, is the solid piece, and everything can layer on top of that. So that makes it a lot easier to put this together. I'm just going to hit undo on my keyboard. Looking at the octopus, I don't like these light pink sucker, I'm not even sure what it's called, but part of the octopus. I am going to get rid of those, so all I'm going to do is hide it. And I kind of like the look of it better just like this. Now, I like the colors of everything, but I do have a lot of pinks. To make it easy for me, I am going to make all the pinks the same except for this lighter one. So what I'm going to do to make this really simple is I'm going to go over to my color sync, and I am just going to bring all of these together. So here's the lighter piece. I am just going to keep that a light pink, but the rest are all going to be a dark pink. So an easy way to do this is just to drag it up here. And then we have all of our one color pink, and then we have the lighter color pink. I'm going to go back to here. For this lighter pink, since it's so similar to this dark pink, I'm just going to come up here and change it like that, just so that I can tell which pink is which when it goes to the mat. So hopefully all of that makes sense, but basically all of these darker pinks are going to be one color vinyl, and the lighter pink is going to be another color vinyl. Now I'm just going to size these. I measured my bucket, and the jellyfish, I decided to make it 4 inches for the height. The jellyfish is longer. These are wider, so what I decided to do with both of these was make it 4 inches for the width. Now the last thing I'm going to do is I am going to personalize these, so I am going to add a name under each sea creature. The font that I'm using for this is Sergio Trendy. It's such a cute font. This is from dafont.com, and I'm just going to type in Emmy, then Josh, and Quinn. For Emmy, I am going to make it that same dark pink color. For Josh, I'm going to do the darker blue. And for Quinn, I'm going to do dark pink as well. For the sizing for this, I'm going to make Emmy 1 inch for the height. And I want to make Josh and Quinn match this font. So what I'm going to do, instead of making this 1 inch, which probably looks okay, but you can see that the font is bigger since there's only 4 letters in Josh's name. Instead, I'm going to go to ME. I'm going to double click on my font size, copy that. Then I am going to paste that here. Then I'm going to go to Quinn, and instead of doing 1 inch, if I did 1 inch, it would look like that, so it would be a little bit smaller. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to my font size, and I'm going to paste it and hit enter. So the font size for each of these is 65.9. If you have any questions about that, just let me know in the comments and I will try to get back to you. Now that I have all that put together, I'll click Make It. You can see how many different vinyl pieces there are with this project. There's a ton. This is perfect for scrap vinyl. I'm using all scrap vinyl for this project, and it's nice to use that up. I'm using adhesive vinyl, so I'm just going to select vinyl for my cut setting, and all you do is follow what vinyl color goes first. So the first one is white, so I will be adding my white vinyl first. Once that's done, it'll go to the black vinyl and go from there. I place the white vinyl on my mat and the Cricut will cut out the design. Then I switch it out with the next vinyl colors. You can put all the colors on the mat at the same time using Snap Mat on the iPad, which would make this process go so much faster. I have a video showing how to do that, and I can link it down in the description box below. Once that's done, I read out all of the designs. With some of these smaller pieces, I love using this pen tool, which I've talked a lot lately about on my channel, but it is just awesome. Now I'm ready to layer my vinyl. I take off a piece of my transfer tape and apply it to the pink eyes and mouth. Then I just scrape it down really well with my scraper tool, and I pull off the backing of the vinyl. I'm using the parchment paper method to layer. So basically what you do is you place the parchment paper in between both vinyl colors, and when I'm lining up this pink vinyl, I can set it down on top of the parchment paper without it sticking at all. You can see a small part of the vinyl is not on the parchment paper. I press that down, then I remove the parchment paper, and then I can lay the rest of the vinyl down. And I do that when it's lined up exactly how I want it. Then I remove the transfer tape. My camera died, so I missed filming the dark purple spots, but I did the parchment paper method for that as well. And now I'm adding the eyes. I don't need the parchment paper for that. I just use the transfer tape and center that over the white part of the eye. I remove the backing of the white vinyl, then I have these two pieced together and I place that on top of the jellyfish. After I finished this, for some reason, I really didn't like the dark pink color, and I was using it on the other parts of my bucket, so I decided to switch it out with the light pink, so I was able to remove the dark pink and cut out the light pink and add that. Now that I have all of my vinyl colors layered and pieced together, I'm ready to add it to my bucket. I spray down the bucket with rubbing alcohol to clean it first. Then I add transfer tape on top of my vinyl. I scrape the front and back down really well with my scraper tool. Then I remove the backing and I am ready to place it on the bucket. I line it up where I want it and press it down. Then I remove the transfer tape. Now I'm ready to add the name. I recut this out on the light pink vinyl as well, just so that it matched with the jellyfish. Now I'm ready to make my whale bucket. I follow a similar process as the jellyfish. I want all of my different colored pieces to go on top of that light blue solid piece first. So I add transfer tape to one of the layers and I place parchment paper down. Then I line up this vinyl piece on top of the parchment paper first. Once I see that it's lined up exactly where I want it, I take the top part and just press it down a little bit. Then I remove my parchment paper and place down the vinyl piece. I burnish that down, then I remove the transfer paper. Next, I piece together the eyes the exact same way as I did the jellyfish. For the rest of the pieces, I don't need parchment paper. I just add transfer tape and apply it where it should go on the vinyl. And another thing that helps so much is I had my Cricut design space open next to me so that I can look at the design to make sure I'm lining it up where it's supposed to go. Now I'm ready to add this to my bucket. I clean it with rubbing alcohol like I did the other one. Then I add transfer tape over my design and rub it down really well, then remove the backing. One thing that I love about layering this way is it would be very difficult to layer all of these pieces on the bucket, so it makes it really easy to layer it all first before you start applying it to the bucket. I'm applying this piece separately since it's not actually attached to the whale. When I set the whale down, I just made sure to leave a little extra room at the top for it. Then I add my son's name and the bucket is done. These little sea creatures are so adorable. I'm ready for my last bucket. I'm doing the octopus, which I think is super cute too. I decided to keep the back layer that dark pink, and I am adding the light pink layer to this using the parchment paper method as well. I mentioned this in another video, but I'm using Caesar transfer tape and I really love this. If you are looking for a good transfer tape, I would definitely recommend it. It picks up the vinyl and releases it really well, and I love that it's clear, which is really helpful with layering vinyl, and the grid lines are really nice too. I can link it down below in my description box. Now I'm ready to add the octopus and my daughter's name, and I will just follow the exact same process for this as I did for the others. Here's a final look at the buckets. My daughter looked at hers and she says she wanted the jellyfish, not the octopus. So next time I will let her choose, but these were just so fun to make. They turn out so cute, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of it, and watch out for more Cricut summer videos coming soon.